Welcome to Pioneer Disc Golf. I'm Mark, and this is my disc collection. I've got all my putters, all my mids, all my fairways, and all my distance drivers. I've been playing disc golf for like 6 years, and I've accumulated all these discs, but I don't even use them, right? They just kind of sit here. So I want to change that today. I want to film a video with a couple putters, a couple mids, a couple fairways, a couple distance drivers that I never typically play with. I'm gonna take all the discs out of my bag that are currently in there and replace them with some of these and see how I play. All right, let's see what we're working with though first. So I've got putters over here. I'll probably need a slammer. I'll throw that. Sky Gods, Distortion, maybe. Okay, these two will potentially be my approach discs. Putters. I'll go with this one, KC Pro AVR. And I'll go with one more putter, something different. All right, so the two putting putters that I'm gonna switch around and play around with, might throw them off the tee too, just play around with them. First is a Judge, and then the next is a KC Pro AVR. Next, in terms of approach discs, I've got a Kevin Jones Distortion, and I've also got a Saki Bomb Slammer, so I'm gonna bag those two as well. So I've got my putters and short little approach discs, got my bases covered on that. Now let's move on to mids. So I got this Taylor in the Discmania mystery box. I'm gonna go ahead and peel the sticker off the back of it, and I'll go ahead and bag this one for today as well. Got a bunch of other mids in here too. I'll throw something that I never throw. This is a Champion Rock X3. I think I'll throw this one today. Pretty overstable. I've got kind of a neutral flyer mid and an overstable mid. Now I need something kind of understable. I guess it's gotta be the Paradox. It's kind of on top. I've had this in my bag, but I never use it. I never really understood how it worked perfectly. So I'll go ahead and stick it in there for today. Taylor, Rock X3, and Paradox. I think that'll work. All right, then looking here, I'm gonna go with like 2 or 3 fairways and then just probably 1 distance. I think that's all I'll need. So a bunch of escapes. I throw escapes all the time. FD, I like this, but it's so stable. I just bought, it's in the mail, I bought an S-Line FD. Hopefully it'll be here today or tomorrow. But I'm just not a huge fan of this C-Line FD. I think it's honestly just way too stable. But I do want to have one overstable disc, and I have this Raptorius, this Discraft. Got it because I do like Brody Smith, and they had a release for it. I was like, I don't have any Discraft discs, so I'll go ahead and buy this one. I thought it looked cool. Never really thrown it, so I'll go ahead and stick it in the bag. It's going to be very overstable, but I'm putting it in there on purpose. I want an overstable disc like that. Next, I actually used to throw this one a lot. This is a Champion Eagle. I would imagine this will be fairly similar flying to the Raptorius, maybe just not as stable. So I'll go ahead and put this in there and try to get it to be a little bit more neutral flying. All right, and the last fairway driver that I'm gonna have is the Star Valkyrie. Had this one for a long time, not gotten a lot of use out of it. Numbers 9.4, -22, so it should be relatively neutral and maybe even slightly understable. All right, and the only distance driver that I'm gonna bring today is the DD1. I think that's all I'm gonna need, and there is my bag. All right, so I'm getting rid of the P2s, getting rid of all these that I normally throw. Those are gone, this is gone, and instead, these are going in. Putters, my approach, stable, neutral, yep. Let's see. Probably makes enough sense, and there we go. All right, there's the new bag. Now I just need to find a course to play. So I might have just found one of the coolest courses ever. I was looking around on UDisc and I found this place. It's called RedPoint Disc Golf Course. It's on this property. It's a really cool place. There's like a barbecue joint up there on the top of the hill, and then they've got all this land. I mean, this is amazing. I've never heard of this. I would assume it's relatively new, but I am so excited to be here and try this course out. It's only 9 holes, which is perfect because I'm playing with all those new discs. But not only am I playing with the new discs, I'm also playing on a brand new course. It should be a fun one. Looks like we don't have tee pads in yet, but that's totally fine. Hole 1 is going to be 267 feet. It's a par 3. I believe every hole in the course is a par 3. Got a pond off to the right, so you want to avoid that. Nice little hyzer. Get close to those little pine trees. Nestle in softly, hopefully take it 2. Feeling a slight little headwind, so I think I'm gonna throw my Eagle. Try to play a little bit of a hyzer play. Want a hyzer out in front of those pine trees, and hopefully be set up for the 2. Good skip. Yeah, good roll. Putters, I've got my Judge and I've got my KC Pro AVR. I don't really know which. They're kind of similar where they both have those beads. And I think the flight numbers are, no, they're a lot different actually. Judge looks like it should glide further and I don't want that. So I'll probably putt with the KC Pro AVR. Oh, that's off. I'll sit down. That's fine. Nice baskets. I don't know what these are. Very aluminum, very metallic. I don't know. Deep cage. Nice heavy chains. Nice basket. All right, on to hole 2, 230 feet. It's kind of weird how there's no true gap. I think over time they'll clear out some of those trees, maybe some of the smaller ones. But right now it looks like you kind of just need to get a little bit lucky, or you could potentially throw a big high forehand over top of the trees. Where that basket is, I don't know another play besides just throw kind of straight at that tree line and hopefully get lucky. I'll try the Raptorious, just try to penetrate through those trees. Throwing it kind of flat, trying to get it out there. Feeling a big wind. It's probably gonna push this pretty far to the left, and that's okay. As long as I get through that tree line, should be a pretty easy 3. Oh, wow. Okay, that was insanely stable. I'm not sure if that's just kind of how that disc flies, but that was stable. Like I said, I bought that whenever Brody did his release for that disc, probably like a year or so ago. Just bought it because I thought it'd be cool to hold on to. I think that might be the first time I've thrown it. Look at how cool this place is. That's a nice pond. This is gonna be an amazing course whenever they get a little bit of money to finish it up. Wow, cool place. All right, totally fine drive, got past the tree line. There's actually a little creek that runs through there, so it's good to not end up in that. We got about 50 feet to go. Try my Judge. On to hole 3, 190 feet, slightly downhill. Decently packed fairway with trees, but there are a couple gaps. And right before you get to the basket, there is a creek. I'm thinking one of these putters makes the most sense. Just a little hyzer around. I don't want much glide. I kind of want to get down quick, so KC Pro AVR it is. Try and hit the right side. Wow, that got so lucky. All right, not bad. Looks about 15 to like 16, 17 feet, not bad. Slight tester. Does feel weird putting with new putters. This is so much smaller than the P2, like the rim depth of the KC Pro AVR. It just feels small in my hand. Alright. Good 2. I like that hole. There's no bridge though, it's kind of weird. There's like a log that they put down. Maybe there's an easier way to get by over there. Yeah, no bridge yet, so if the creek was up really high, that could be an issue. All right, sitting at 1 down through 3, on hole 4, 220 feet. This hole looks challenging though. There is a creek that runs all along the side to the right, and to the left side of the fairway, there are a lot of trees. Definitely a designed hyzer fairway, and anything too stable is gonna end up in those trees. Anything understable or something that just kind of goes off to the right, that could end you up in the creek, which is gonna be out of bounds. So I think that's something like my Taylor makes the most sense. I'm not trying to necessarily play this for birdie. That would be sweet if I got it, but I just wanna stay in the middle of the fairway. Oh, good skip. Okay, that looks solid. Looked pretty good, felt comfortable out of the hand. Definitely stayed in the fairway. Oh yeah, this looks solid. Man, such a beautiful property. Look at this creek over here. Look at that. That is nice. Doesn't look like the barbecue place is open. I was planning on eating there for lunch after this round. Maybe it'll open up by then, but yeah, not open right now. Wow. I didn't know this was here. There's a waterfall. Oh my God. Look where my disc landed. Okay, so if it's literally 10 feet over here, it's gone. Oh wow, I did not see that. Unbelievable. Okay, well the drive was clean, so I'm just gonna lay this up. Try to get an easy tap in. All right, Sake Bomb Slammer, a little flex on in. The hole 5, 172 feet, but the basket is protected by a bunch of trees. Looks like there's a little hyzer gap early. Also, you could just try to get around everything to the left side. And it seems like there's maybe a little lucky gap through the middle, but there are a lot of shorter, smaller, little bushy trees that can knock you down. First two discs that come to mind, Paradox on a turnover or the Rock X3 on a forehand. I think I'll try the forehand. Yeah, that looked like a good line, but like I thought, there's just so many like sleeper branches that can sneak up. That looks solid, but I don't think I'm in the circle. Whoa. Lots of thorns. Damn. Yeah, so now coming up here, the definite better route is just to go around. There's much more opening over here to the side. I'll show you that. There's a lot more open room over here to the side. So yeah, had I just kind of pushed a little bit more forward and around, that's, I think, the designed route. And this is probably designed to trap you if you do what I did. Like if you end up short, well, you're in trouble. Makes sense. All right, this is our first relatively like wide open hole with not a lot of danger. Obviously that right side doesn't look great, but left side looks totally fine, wide open. It was the fairway of the other hole we just played. 271, just pump it out there. I think I'm gonna go DD1. It's probably my farthest flying disc. I don't think I can get the Raptorius or the Eagle that far. And even if I did, they'd end up really far to the left, so let's go DD1. Try to keep it, maybe a little flex line, get it close. Or just keep it on all hyzer and end up really far left anyways. All right, drive is trash. I'm not circle 2. I don't even think I'm circle 2, probably 70 feet. So jump putt layup. Thing's a little bit too stable. I didn't do a good job throwing it though. Definitely kept it on too much hyzer and probably nose up. But yeah, brand new distance driver, a little stable. All right, still sitting one down, but that might change here. This hole looks tough. It's 201 feet, but it's uphill and a lot of danger to either side. If you hit a tree early, that's gonna be a tough up and down to get a 3. You can penetrate far enough and get up the hill, then it's totally manageable, but yeah, it's easier said than done. So I'm gonna go with something that I think that I can get up there nice and straight. Taylor, just trying to push up to the larger tree on the right side. As long as I have an open gap to get up and down, I'm fine. Oh, that's dangerous. Yeah, I leaked left. Now we're gonna see if I can scramble. Here's the bridge that we're working with. Let's see. This rock looks good. That one looks okay. And we made it. All right, I'm gonna bring my Sake Bomb Slammer and my Kevin Jones Distortion
see what it looks like. Yeah, it's not great. There's a lot of stuff. This thing right here, if that wasn't in the way, it'd be a lot easier. But it is. Oh, God. Okay. I'm gonna go distortion on a little flex, try to get all the way up there. Oh, that's gonna be short. Dang. Okay, the lie's back there. Basket over there. Got a lot of work to do. Oh boy. Wow. Oh. Well, that's how you blow up a round. All of a sudden, my -1 turned to +1. That's a 5, right? Bad drive, bad approach, bad, yeah, 5. All right, I just double bogeyed a relatively simple hole, and this hole seems a lot tougher. 327 feet. You need to basically push as far forward as you can, stay to the left side of that dead tree, and then you need to get right pretty quick. Big problem though, towards the basket, it gets really small around the green and you've got that pond off to your left. I'm throwing into a bit of a headwind, so I'm gonna try my Raptorius again on a forehand, try to flex as far forward as I can, and then get off right, hopefully not roll down the hill too far. Yeah, I'm sure that rolled. It came in on such an edge. We'll see. All right, actually looks like it ended up in a good spot. This is totally fine. I thought that I would come in a little bit harder and roll more down, but it's right there, and I'm gonna have an open look to the basket. I don't know if I necessarily trust this distortion. I didn't throw either of those two well, so I'm gonna try the slammer again. I just cannot go left. Right over there to the left is that pond. Gotta stay on hyzer. Don't turn it over. Looked a little bit deep. If I had my normal bag, I would have definitely used my tactic there. I like the feel of that tactic way more than the slammer. I don't like how stiff that slammer is. It just doesn't feel comfortable in my hand. Okay, just a little long, not awful. Bug or something. I don't know what that was. Alright. Another bogey down to well, up to +2. One more hole to go. It's a little throw over the water, 272 slightly uphill once you get past the water. And there is a guardian big tree right to the left of the basket. Feeling the DD1 because hyzer can work. Just gonna throw as far as I can. Nice big hyzer. This probably plays 325 to guess, just with the uphill. Plus you have a pretty short run up. So DD1, big hyzer, trying to push the green. Dang. Short. All right, KJ distortion, trying to throw it in. Oh, too high. All right, there you have it. There are 9 holes with a brand new bag at RedPoint Disc Golf Course. I'd say probably the 2 best discs that I picked were gonna be the putters. The KC Pro AVR and the Judge. I did a pretty decent job with both of these. I don't think I did a good job at all with the slammer or the distortion. I didn't throw them a lot, but I just don't feel like I did a very good job when I did throw them. I think I could get used to the distortion. It feels okay in the hand. I like how it is flexible a little bit. Slammer, not my thing. I don't like how stiff it is. Not a disc for me. DD1, too stable for me, at least right now. It says the weight is 174, so it's basically max weight, and I've only thrown it a few times. Very stable, not exactly a perfect distance driver for me, at least not yet. Maybe when my technique gets a little bit better, I can get more use out of it, but right now, not really worth it. I actually like the Raptorius. Obviously, it's a very overstable fairway driver. That's what it's designed for, so it's nice to be able to have that in your bag. I like this disc. Taylor's a great mid-range, very nice disc, and the Rock X3 is solid. I didn't do a great job when I did throw it, but still like it. I like the way it feels, I like how it flexes a little bit, even in that Champion plastic. Just overall, a nice flying disc. Eagle is another solid disc. I might put this one back in my bag. I love the way it feels, like how stable it is. Also, I like how it gets to the ground quickly. It's not gonna glide forever on you unless you're Calvin Heimberg. Don't know if I used the Valkyrie, or at least I can't remember it specifically. And Paradox, I don't know. I don't love it. Paradox is too flippy. I just don't know exactly what it's gonna do. Maybe if I play around with it more, I'll get more enjoyment out of it, but yeah, not my thing, at least not right now. This is a course I will absolutely be coming to more, playing it again, and next time I'll bring my own discs. I can't wait till they've done a little bit more work to it, where they've gotten T-pads down, and also they've done a little bit more work to the fairways. This course is gonna be legit when it's fully done. Thank you all so much for watching all the way until the end of this video. It really does mean a lot to me. Be sure to watch one of the other videos that pops up on the screen next. With all that being said, I'll see you in the next video.